What's all this business about Goldbach levels? I don't do anything with Goldbach. The price engines, the algorithm itself, Enigma has no association with Goldbach.
I'm going to break down ICT's latest trade and show you how he uses Goldbach, aka Enigma, to execute all of his strategies. In this video, I'm going to go through some revolutionary updates to Goldbach theory. Now, this is something I've been waiting for a really long time, and Hoppy's been talking about it offline and working on how to release it to the Goldbach community in a way that it could be understood and used to trade with. So now it's finally out. It's kind of crazy how it happened. So I think I spoke about this in my last video where I had a conversation with Kit from ICT Concepts, and I had a conversation with Hoppy, and we were all talking about the relationship between time and price. Now, I don't talk about Enigma anymore, but we know that in order to have a high probability A+ algorithmic trade setup, we need time and price to come together. Now, what I have shared publicly on this YouTube channel so far about Goldbach is essentially the price component. And now Hoppy has officially released the latest version of the book, Demystifying ICT, what every ICT trader still wants to know. And now he has made it public, the time aspect and how we can predict the highs and lows and all the swings based off of Goldbach time. So this is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to go over Hoppy's trade from this morning on the Discord group. Now, obviously I can't break it down in a lot of detail because that information is really for the Discord, but hopefully it gives you some clues how powerful Goldbach time is and how it can completely change your trading. Now, as we know, when it comes to physics, space and time is on a continuum, and gravity essentially is another dimension that kind of ties everything together. So space, time, and gravity are basically different flavors of the same thing or the same concept. Now, this is the same theory as to the algorithmic nature of time and price. Price and time are not independent. They come together, and they come together using Goldbach principles, Goldbach numbers, and once you see it and someone explains it to you, you cannot unsee it. Now, for those who have reviewed ICT's 2022 mentorship, you'll remember from the second episode, he said, look, this is how I trade. I am able to trade all the highs and all the lows. This is the power that I have. This is what ICT said in this video back a year ago. Right? But what he said was, I am able to trade all of these swings and highs and lows. However, I'm going to teach you how to take this move, the lion's share. Now, this may have slipped your mind. How was he able to know that these were the swing lows, these were the swing highs, and how was he able to trade all of this? It's because, now, I can only assume, I can only assume is because he knows to the minute, based off of algorithmic principles, when these highs and lows will form, right? He knows to the minute when these highs and lows will form. I am saying that Hoppy's latest release of the book shows you how to do that using Goldbach time. And I'm not saying Goldbach time and Goldbach price is Enigma. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying Hoppy is able to do what ICT does. It's going to blow your mind. It blew me away when I first heard about it, and Hoppy shared some charts with me. So let's share this with you. I'm quite excited to share this with you. Now, this is the latest version of the book, version 1.13. Now, the great thing is once you have bought the book, you get free updates to the book. So anyone who has the book now, you just jump on the Discord and you get access to the chapter on time. And obviously you get lifetime access to the Discord. Now, the bit that I have been really, really looking forward to is the chapter on time, specifically Goldbach Time. Now, obviously, I have been given permission to go over Hoppy's trade. I'm not just going into the Discord and then just ripping the Discord off, but I've been given permission to provide a little bit of insight into Hoppy's trade. So this is the trade he took this morning. Now, it's not going to make a lot of sense to you unless you study the chapter on time, but I will give you the overview of how we understand how to use Goldbach Time to do a number of things. So firstly, we can use Goldbach Time to determine the daily bias once price action starts for the day, right? So we now know the daily bias. We don't have to do the old school method of looking at the DXY and seeing how the weekly candle is going to close bullish or bearish, map it to the economic calendar, and then estimate whether we're bullish or bearish for the day. Goldbach Time will tell you. Not only will Goldbach Time tell you whether we're going to be bullish or bearish for the day, it will also tell you whether there's a reversal or not, and you need to change your bias intraday. I think the most fascinating thing about Goldbach Time, though, it will tell you where the intermediate highs and lows will form based off of the time they form and the price at which they form as well, right? Now, a bombshell for the diehard ICT guys, and you're going to hate me for this, but in 3 years' time, when you understand this, you'll be like, okay, fair enough. And you'll forget that it came from Hoppy. You'll just forget. It's crazy that you'll forget where it came from. ICT always said, use New York time as your time zone for all of your trading. In this latest release, it is obvious that for Forex, you do not use New York time. If you want to use Goldbach Time, you do not use New York time. Instead, you use the time zone in which the CLS clears trades. Okay, so European time is always the same, but that is the correct time zone that you need to use for Goldbach Time. For Forex, it is not New York time. So now I'm going to have to shift my brain and move off of New York time, which I've been using for years and years and years based off of ICT teaching. But now I got to use a different time zone. But to be honest, I don't use the kill zones anymore. I don't need the kill zones because I have Goldbach Time. That will tell me the right time to trade, not these massive windows from 2 a.m. till 5 a.m., 5 a.m. for the London Open kill zone. Now, to kind of give you some information on this trade, this is the 243 power of 3 on EU this morning using the 1 minute time frame. Now you do see Michael using the 1 minute time frame a lot. Right? This is the reason why, because Goldbach Time is so precise that you really need to see the 1 minute candles. And once you see a swing low forming at Goldbach Time, then you can start being confident what the daily bias is and what the highs and lows of the intermediate swing points will be, and then you can start trading Goldbach Time. So the algorithms that you have, so if you trade a strategy right now that's based off of real algorithmic principles, you can then marry in Goldbach Time to boost your win rate. Because I guess the comment I've heard again and again from classic ICT traders is, how come my fair value gap didn't hold? How come my order block didn't hold? But ICT's PDRAs are holding, right? There's two reasons why. Number one, ICT, in my humble opinion, is using the Goldbach levels to check whether an order block or a fair value gap actually falls within a Goldbach partition to be a valid PDRA. That was good enough for me, right? For my trades. Now I am boosting them because I also know if my algorithm fits with Goldbach Time, then I have the exact low or high of the day, or at least of that swing point. So you'll see here, Hoppy marked up this chart, and these are the swing points that are confirmed using Goldbach Time, right? So you have the 243, which is price. So this is Goldbach price, and now Hoppy is using Goldbach Time to get these swings. So in effect, what he saw was you had time and price coming together, you had a market structure shift, and then this market structure shift acted as support. And you have other concepts as well where you have a 3-pip stop run of liquidity, right? So there's your liquidity. There's a 3-pip stop run of liquidity at this after this market structure shift. And then the number 3, what do we know about the number 3? It's part of the Tesla vortex, and it's a power of 3 number. So Goldbach time, Goldbach price, market structure shift, which led to a power of 3 stop run of 3 pips. And then look where Hoppy entered his trade. So this is the level where Hoppy was looking to enter, this orange line. Now this chart was before the fact, right? It's on his Discord. So anyone in the Discord, you can message anyone in the Discord and they can verify that this chart came out. And look, there's no edited message, so it's not a case of the chart was put in later. So this was going to be Hoppy's entry. He's mapping out the price. It hits it on the dot. So it initially hits it on the pipette. These are concepts such as 9-pip and 27-pip liquidity runs. Now again, what do we know about the numbers 9 and 27? They are power of 3 numbers. So once again, this was Hoppy's entry. This was his TP. So now Hoppy's tapped into the trade. Look at the drawdown. The drawdown was 6 pipettes, not 6 pips, 6 pipettes. That's how accurate Goldbach time and price is. More explanation of Goldbach time and price here, which I won't go into. That was his drawdown on this trade. And again, he's looking to TP here. And that's it. Look at this move. I mean, the RR, I haven't even calculated it, but it's probably maybe 30 RR right there, based off of this drawdown. Nothing. And this is why Hoppy only trades once a week. 1 trade a week he takes on a Tuesday, usually within London, normally the D2 cycle of AMD. So AMD also has its own time-based fib. So Hoppy normally enters in the D2 on a Tuesday, and he just takes 1 trade, and that's all he needs, 1 trade a week. Now, when you have precision like this, now I understand why Hoppy only takes 1 trade a week. So this is pretty nuts. Something I should mention. I produced a video maybe 2 weeks ago, giving everyone a heads up that once there are 2,000 people on the Discord is effectively closed, right? Hoppy will price the book much, much higher because it's getting a little bit difficult to manage the number of people within the Discord. So once we hit 2,000 people, 2,000 copies of the books have been sold, then unfortunately the price will go up so that the Discord is effectively closed. Now, there are no other Goldbach Discords, right? There are no other Goldbach Discords. Hoppy was the guy who released Goldbach to the world, and he has the source. Right? You are not getting the source from anyone else. You're not getting the source from Michael. Right? He has the source. So I know a few books have already gone because I've seen some new joiners to the Discord. I hope you get a chance to get in. That's all I'm saying. I see some trades from ICT for the last couple of days. If you would like me to break down ICT's trades, then I'm more than happy to do so. To be honest, they're a little bit boring, those trades. They're just very simple Goldbach trades. I'm sure ICT behind the scenes, his trading is a lot more interesting, but I guess he doesn't want to show how he really trades. He probably trades how Hoppy trades, using Goldbach time and price, right? Because this is what ICT said he would teach everyone how to trade, right? This swing here. This was like episode 2 of the 2022 mentorship. This is what he said he was going to teach us how to trade. This is how he said he trades. And he said he's not going to teach this. Okay? So he said he's not going to teach this. He's going to teach this. Via the latest copy of the book, we now have access to potentially being able to trade all those intermediate lows on the M1 time frame, right? I'm not saying this is enigma. All I'm saying is open your mind to the fact that there may be more to the markets than what you currently understand. Think about your own trading journey. When you first started trading support and resistance, triangle patterns, breakout patterns, Elliott wave, harmonics, shark patterns, right? And then someone said, the markets are actually run by an algorithm. They're not based off of supply and demand or Elliott wave theory. Right? How much of that was a paradigm shift for you? All I'm saying is have a look at my YouTube channel. Have a look at how I've broken down ICT's trades and decide for yourself, right? Interestingly, there's been a number of ICT chartered students who have now joined Hoppy's Discord, which is pretty cool, And I've received messages myself saying, I'm an ICT chartered student, just saw your video because ICT mocked you, and now I'm blown away and I've just joined Hoppy's Discord. Okay. As always, if you would like me to make any more content on Goldbach, then feel free to leave a comment below. If you would like me to make any more content on ICT style videos or mindset, risk management, I'm more than happy to do that. If you would like to join the Discord, Hoppy's official Discord, then there's a link to the book in the description below. I think there's about another 25 copies left before the price goes up. Hoppy's not doing this for monetary reasons. It's literally the guy is inundated with DMs. So please, anyone on the Discord, don't DM him if you have a question. Just ask it in the question section. It's a lot easier for everyone to manage because remember, Hoppy's one person, and if there's nearly 2,000 people on Discord, it can be a lot to manage your DMs. So please do ask your questions in the questions channel. And either, Hoppy will get around to it. I try my best, and I normally reply with a voice message so I can give you as much detail as I can, or someone else on the group may be able to point you to the answer, which may already be in the Discord. It's a little bit of a different video today, but if you want me to go back on track and break down ICT's trades, I'm happy to do that. Until next time, happy trading, and just keep your eyes and mind open, and all I am offering you is the truth.